I would say you got friends, right? All of us pretty much, except for me, are your friends. Love you, buddy. You too, Mike. Not a good time of year, is it? I don't know, man.
Thanksgiving or Christmas first.
It's all right. You got your friends around you, bud.
I think we're back up.
All right, we're back on again now. Here we go. If you've looked over the agenda and you like it, I need a motion to approve. Mr. Pike was first and Mr. Perry was second. If you've had a chance to look over the minutes, if they look all right.
We gotta vote first.
We gotta vote for the acceptance of the agenda.
Oh, do I? Just want to, did we vote on
We didn't vote yet.
it? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, sorry about that. Just trying to get out of here. All right, and now, if you looked over the minutes and it's okay, then I need a motion. That would be Mr. Perry. Second, Ms. Hellman. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Sorry about that, guys. All right, items for approval. Football for the cure.
Oh, public comments.
I don't, he's always,
No, sir, there was no public comments.
I asked him what he wanted. It's all right. I guess it's gotta be official, doesn't it? All right. All right, under A, football for the cure, Mr. Wharton. You don't look a thing like Mr. Wharton.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, while she's coming up, let me explain why she's here, because this is an event we've had many times over the past year. But we have kind of changed the location, and also we want to, I think she's going to officially ask this board to waive any rental fees for the fields tonight. So that'd be something that this board would have to decide on. But we need you to approve the change of location, because we want all the neighbors out there to understand that this was approved by the Parks Board. Go ahead.
Hi. Hi. I'm Danielle. I'm actually Jameson's mom, Jameson Wharton. Jameson Wharton has the Jameson Wharton's Football for the Cure. He started that when he was 10 years old in Woodstock, Georgia, because that's where him and I lived, in Woodstock, Georgia. I was single with him at the time, so we lived in Woodstock. And my Aunt Susie had passed away with ovarian cancer. She was like very just our everything. And whenever she passed away, it was a big deal for Jameson. And at 10 years old, he went, I think it was like the summer, he just went to visit my mom in Cadiz, Kentucky, and for the summer. And she called me and she said, Jameson is drawing. He's got all these paper plates all over my house. So I'm going by and I'm telling him to clean them up, but I'm picking the paper plates up to clean up and help him. And she said, Danielle, it's something he's doing. It's a plan that he has on these paper plates. And I'm like, Mom, what do you mean a plan? She said, no, there's X's, there's pictures of like T-shirts or something. There's players of coaches and teams. There's ribbons, like almost like cancer ribbons. And I'm like, well, Mom, ask him what he's doing. And she's like, Jameson, what are you doing? What are these pictures? I want to throw them away because it looks like you're doing something. He said, I want to have a fundraiser for cancer to help people. And my mom immediately called me like, Jameson's got this whole plan that he's written out this paper plates, and it looks like something that you need to talk to him about. So I did. When he got back home, I talked to him about it, and he said, Mom, he's a football player. He plays for Tennessee Tech now. He's just a football little boy, and he's still a football guy now at 22. He's 22 tomorrow. But he said, I want to do a football game for cancer for my Aunt Susie, and I want to be $5 for the kids to play, and I want to give it to, he didn't know what at the time, he was only 10, I want to give it to people to help find a cure for cancer. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. And so his very first year, he was 10 years old, his very first year, he had about 16 friends come in Woodstock, Georgia at Nice Park, and I think he raised $110. We gave it to the American Cancer Society. So then he did it the next year, and I think it might have been 200, and might have had 20 kids, and it got bigger. Then I ended up meeting my husband and got married. He lived here in Tennessee. So me and Jameson, we moved here to Tennessee, moved to Hendersonville. Got to Hendersonville, he's like, Mom, I'm not going to be able to do my fundraiser anymore. I don't have any friends. We just moved here. It was a whole thing. And I'm like, oh, yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. So we'll figure it out, So we didn't know anything about Hendersonville because we just moved here from Atlanta. My husband lived in Hermitage, so he didn't know anything about Hendersonville either. So long story short, I feel like, I don't know if I reached out to the Parks and Rec, or maybe it was you, Mr. Tom Golden up there. I don't know if you I feel like you were a part of it in some type of way. I just don't remember because it's been a while now. Because by the time we moved here, he was 12. So long story short, I think I might have even asked. Might have been you, Dallas. I don't know. I just like sent an email to somebody and somebody said yes. So we ended up having it. I remember Ellis Middle School coming, and it was the biggest one that we've ever had here in Hendersonville. Like the first time that we were ever here at Parks and Rec at the Drakes Peak Park was the most kids that ever came, because Ellis came, because I remember it was Adam Cripps was the principal at the time, and he had told people that. And then Hendersonville came, and we looked around like, whoa, it was bigger than it was in Atlanta. And Jameson is that kid, though. Like, he was the kid that went to Ellis at 7th grade, and then he had a birthday party in December. You know, school starts in August, and 75 people came to my house because they all loved him. You know, he was just that kid. So they, of course, they wanted to come out and support his event. So he ended up raising, I don't even remember how much money he raised there. But the first big successful one was here in Hendersonville at Drakes Creek. So that was like important to us. And then from there, I think it just grew and moved on. And then I kind of had a rapport here that I would reach out to Dallas and some of the other members that used to work here, like, hey, we're doing Football for the Cure again. Is that okay? Sure, it's okay. So, you know, we did it again and again and again and again. And this was his 12th year this year. And we moved it to Arrowhead this year. And actually, we moved it last year. We had it there last year. But we moved it this year, and it was great. It was huge. I mean, we have Hendersonville PD come out, the fire department. They bring, you know, the police brings their horses. I mean, kids come from all over Sumner County. It's huge. Holiday Fest helps us. They just went and did a fundraiser for him at Half Batch and donated some of the money. It has become huge. His football coach was talking to him the other day at Tennessee Tech and said, you know, you've built an empire with this Football for the Cure, all because of your heart. And when you ask him, he did a news story one time, and they asked him, why do you do this? And he said, well, we all love football, and we all hate cancer, and I just want to do something to help. So that being said, this year, I'll go ahead and say he raised $4,740 for a $5 football game that kids just come out. Of course, people come with $20 and say, keep the change. You know, it's just huge, and it's just such community. And with that being said, the Parks and Rec, like, I don't know what we would do. I don't know what he would do without you guys, because this is where we have it, and it's familiar to the community. They come out to play the game. They know it's here. It's a safe place. It's community, and it's amazing. He was able to donate to the Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center and the American Cancer Society Hope Lodge. So he just splits the money up and gives to both of them, and it's just great. I'm his mom, of course, so I'm like really proud of him. He's a great kid. He's a great person. He's currently at Tennessee Tech now. That's where he is tonight, coming home Wednesday. Like I said, tomorrow's his birthday. He'll be 22. And he started it at 10 years old, and he still does it. And I just love him. I think it's great. I told him I was coming tonight to say we don't really have money to pay because it's a charity. So all the money we use, of course, is a charity that he gives to his organizations.
All right. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the location change and waive the fee.
Does that need to be two different motions, Andy, or just the one? Okay. I have a motion to approve, a second, Mr. Golden.
Thank you.
Any more discussion? Boy, you done got, I knew right off you wasn't Jameson. I knew right off, I knew that.
He looks like me, though.
That's all right. Yes, sir.
I want to thank you for the story, because I was on here when he first came and talked to us about it.
Wow.
And he did an excellent job that night, and I'm glad you told us where he is now, because it's neat to hear where he landed.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Thank you.
I remember him coming to the mic and
Yes.
really not knowing what he really needed to say, but he did a good job. But
Thank you.
thank you for sharing that story.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you. And I will say that I say Jameson's the face, and he does everything, and he does the game, but then I'm like, you know, contacting you all like, is that okay? So I forgot to do the noise, not noise complaint, but the noise thing, so the neighbors would know. So I'll remember that this year. So I do thank Parks and Rec for having my back with that too. So thank you for saying that you all approved it. So I'll make sure everything is done accordingly. I normally do. It's just so crazy. So, but thank you. It's like a really big deal. And Jameson will love to hear you say that. He's doing well. He graduates in May. He graduates from Tennessee Tech in May, and he has decided to stay because he has 2 more years of eligibility to play football. So he's staying to get his master's at Tennessee Tech and playing football next year. Yeah.
Any more discussion? Mm-hmm. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Boy, you done good.
Oh, well, thank you.
You done good. That's all
Thank you
gotta
all.
do. That's all you gotta do.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Thank you for bringing that smile.
Okay.
Need it. All right, LST 325 visit, Mr. Rupp.
Mr. Chairman, while this gentleman's coming up, let me explain why he's here. He contacted our department, I don't know, a couple months ago,
Yes, sir.
and with the idea to bring the only active World War II ship to dock at Sanders Ferry Park next fall as an educational opportunity. So I'm going to let him explain what that means, and he's got a kind of a 5-minute bullet point presentation that is very interesting. And being next year's the 250th anniversary of our country, I think it's we've kind of been looking for something that we could do that kind of would celebrate that. I don't know that much else could celebrate that more than this, but appreciate you bringing this opportunity for us and looking forward to hearing what you have to say here. We've tried to get a couple of pictures from the packet up here to, as you kind of talk to the board about what you'd like to do.
Before we get started, I'm gonna say it, said it walking in, I'm gonna say, thank you for your service. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Tell me what you, state your name first, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Rupp was unable to come this evening. He is pretty well snowed in up in beautiful La Crosse, Wisconsin. I'm a Florida resident, but I have a second home here in Hendersonville, so I've been freezing.
There you go.
And none left. It's frozen.
Tell us what you got, my friend. Tell us what
At
you
any
got.
rate, my name is John Talent, and I am privileged to serve as the president of the 501c3 USS LST Ship Memorial that owns the LST 325. And for me, it's a very personal thing because I served in the Navy and I served on an LST hull type in the Mekong River Delta in Vietnam. And what's really neat about it, when I was over there, we had brown water and green river banks, but people were trying to kill me. Now we got brown water and green river banks, and people are like, yay! I like that. At any rate, Mr. Gilly, were you able to distribute that piece that I sent you? I don't want to.
Yes, sir.
I don't wanna
We
beat-
did. We sent out the news article, and we also sent out kind of the attendance data that you have.
Yes, sir.
They have the dates that you would like to come.
Okay, I don't want to beat anything to death that you all have already seen. I served 10 years on the Board of Adjustment and Zoning and Planning Commission down in Highlands County, Florida, and I know people get up there and they got a lot to say, and you've already seen it. At any rate, the LST 325 is an original World War II LST. She served in the European theater and participated in the invasions of Sicily, Salerno, and D-Day at Normandy. She's 83 years old now. She's rocking along. She's a little older than I am, but I think she's in better shape.
There you go.
And but you see, the LST stands for Landing Ship Tank. It was designed to be able to land battle-ready tanks directly to an enemy beachhead, and they built 1,051 of them in World War II, and they never had enough. General Eisenhower at the time told his naval aide at one point, he said, if I die, I want him to bury me in a landing craft because that's all I have to think about.
There you go.
At any rate, we support this operation with an enormous amount of volunteer time. Our entire crew is volunteer. All the people that work on the ship to maintain it are volunteers. We're fortunate and blessed that we experience about 40,000 volunteer hours per year. And that's what keeps us going, because this is a very expensive ship to operate, as you might imagine. we don't get miles per gallon, we get gallons per mile of diesel fuel. It takes about 5 gallons per mile to move that old gal. And maintaining it, obviously, we have to go to dry dock every 10 years, and then this time, 2 years ago, we were down in Port Arthur, Texas for dry dock, spent $2.5 million. We expect 8 years from now, it'll probably be closer to $3.5 million. So the way we support this, rather than scrounging around for grants and begging people to donate and that kind of thing, obviously we're happy when people donate. But we take the ship on a cruise annually and go to about 3 different venues as a rule. This past fall, we went up to Muscatine, Iowa, came back down to Alton, Illinois, and Cape Girardeau, Missouri. This coming year, our plan is, if this all works out, is to come to Hendersonville, Ashland City, and Clarksville. We've been to Nashville twice, 2012, 2017, and I've not been particularly happy with being downtown in Nashville. We're this big an event and this big of a venue, and the city doesn't get all that excited about it. And having a home here in Hendersonville and riding around and looking down there at Sanders Ferry Park, I'm like, we might be able to, by God, do this. And I'm impressed with the area, I'm impressed with the opportunity, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
First of all, I don't think it's a little thing that you're doing. I think it's a big thing in a big city. So I know that you've already cleared this. Is there plenty of clearage? I mean, is you going to have any trouble getting the boat into that cove?
It's going to be tight. I've got some depth data, and before I leave to go back down to beautiful Florida, after the first of the year, I've got a son-in-law who lives up here. That's why I got a second home. A couple of my adult children live up here and are holding my grandbabies and great-grandbabies hostage. So, but at any rate, I've got a son-in-law who has a pontoon boat with a depth sounder, and we're going to put it in if the temperature will get up around 50. My God, there was ice on the lake this morning. But I'm going to run a double check and make absolutely sure. Because the ship is designed to go to a beach
Gotcha.
and land itself, it is shallow draft. We draw about, light load, we draw about 3.5 feet at the bow and about 9.5 feet back at the stern. And the information I've got, it appears that there is adequate depth there in the cove. Like I say, it'll be kind of tight because we got 328 feet of ship,
Oh, yeah.
50 feet wide, but we're subject to that double check. I think we're going to be fine. And I met with Mr. Gilley and Mr. Cole down there and Natalie the other day, and we had a very, very informative visit, and I feel comfortable that we can moor the ship appropriately so we're not doing any damage to city facilities, but we're able to get people on and off very conveniently.
Mr. Gilley, am I assuming that we're being asked to waive the fee on this as well, sir?
Yes, sir, that is one of our
Yes.
requests, because we
I don't even know what the fee would be exactly, but,
No, that's, well, the whole point.
you know, they're giving more to us than
That's what I'm
we could
saying.
ever take from them, honestly.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
It's my hope is that, you know, a lot of people in the community will come out to this, but I think all of the schools around here will want to bring kids
Sure,
to visit this.
sure.
And that is a very big part of our operation, is
Education.
encouraging, we're teaching history.
Questions?
Just for Andy, we don't have to do anything with the Corps or put anything in that's for the Corps.
We will have to make sure the Corps and the TWRA know what's going on. There's a special event permit that we'll probably have to get from the Corps. I don't anticipate that being a problem. You know, you could make a motion that says you approve this event pending the core approval and waiving any fees that might occur. There's some things we'll have to help with as far as getting it tied down. There'll probably be a little bit of expense on our part as far as staff-wise and maybe helping them anchor it. But like I said, whatever we spend on this is more than worth it to have this in our city for a week.
Like you said, we ought to be paying him.
Correct.
Any more questions?
And we've had, I met with Miss Cole, Lisa Cole, over at the chamber last week, and we'll meet with her several more times. She's been extremely helpful. They're very professional. And that's big because we're going to have to be able to get a lot of publicity. We're down at the end of the peninsula, tucked up in a cove. And I understand from Mr. Gilly that there's a city ordinance. You can't put any signage like up and down Sanders Ferry Road saying World War II ship this way. The other piece of it is I believe you've got something just over 50,000 students in your school system in Sumner County. And we'd like to see at least 5,000 of them come down. We offer a very special price for school groups and do a guided tour with them. When we're open at venues out on the road, it's self-guided through the ship, but we have all of our crew stationed throughout the ship as docents for safety and to answer questions. But for the school kids, we do an actual guided tour.
Do I hear a motion to approve? With that stipulation, yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve with the stipulation that we get the Corps' blessing and that we waive the fees.
Okay, that was good enough. That would be Mr. Pike. Mr. Head was second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Boy, if there's anybody opposed, me and you both will whip them. That's all there is to it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, and Mr. Gilly, you and I will be in touch.
We'll get to work.
Yes, sir.
You're going to work with Natalie the most, so I'm out. After this, I'm out.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
man. Take care.
Thank you.
World Bass Championship, Mr. Byrd.
I believe he's on Zoom, or his representatives are on Zoom.
He's on a boat then, isn't he?
There may be 6 to 10 of them. I'm not sure.
Hello. Can y'all hear us okay?
There he is.
There he is.
Go right ahead, young man.
All
State
right,
your
Mr.
name,
Chairman,
please. We'll go on with it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, state your name and go on with it.
Yes, sir. My name is Brian Bird, coming to you tonight from Eastland, Texas. Want to appreciate everybody's time tonight. What we're coming to you for is we are wanting to use Saunders Ferry Park to be the host of a big bass tournament that we're putting on. It's potentially going to be the biggest bass tournament, I believe, ever to be seen here in the U.S. We're going to be bringing in 50 of the top anglers in the world out of 2 different leagues that are professional anglers. For y'all that don't understand the bass fishing world, I guess football would maybe be a good way to go about it. You have your NFC, you have the AFC and the NFC, right? And, while they're the same league, you put them against each other at the end of the year for your Super Bowl champion. So we're kind of doing the same thing, but 2 different entities pulling the best of the best out of those 2 operations. And at the end of the tournament, we'll be crowning the world champion. It's going to be we're looking at hosting it October 26th through the 31st. We met with Natalie and Andy out there and kind of told them our plans and went through everything. The Saunders Ferry Park set up really nice for what we were wanting to do. We'd be hosting live events out there, a live weigh-in out there at Saunders Ferry Park, hosting some concerts, be vendors set up. I see it as a great opportunity. We'll be attracting potentially thousands and thousands of people from all over the U.S. to come to this event and watch it. It also will be live streamed around the world. We're still working on our streaming part of it, but you know, we'll be broadcast around the world as well. We have we should be finalizing our contract with the Gaylord there in Nashville this week as the host venue for our expo. We have over 140,000 square feet that we'll be securing from them for the expo, inviting vendors from all over the U.S., not just fishing vendors, but outdoor enthusiasts all the way from, you know, hunting and camping and ATVs and RVs and just everything to do with the outdoor world. We'll be participating in the expo. We're looking at creating watch parties, you know, throughout pubs and bars in both areas. Being Hendersonville, I feel like it'll bring a lot of people. I know it's a nice, beautiful lake. When we were out there looking at it last Tuesday, I figured there's a lot of opportunity for Airbnbs to be rented, hotels to be used. And, you know, we just really look forward to hopefully be able to host this venue there. We're in the early stages of it, putting all of it together, but we've made a lot of progress. And that's what we're here to talk to y'all about tonight. If y'all have any questions or have anything, I'd be glad to answer any questions that you have.
Very good. Questions?
Oh, one thing I did forget to say is we are paying out over $2.8 million in prize money. First place is $1 million to the winner. This is going to be a big deal. It's a Super Bowl. We're bringing the Super Bowl of bass fishing to your backyard, and it's never been done before.
Okay. Questions?
I guess my question is for Natalie, and I'm sure this is gonna be taken care of, but I wanna make sure we don't need to put this in the form of in our motion. I know it's to be determined what the fee's gonna be and what fee they're giving back to us for who it goes to. And I see they're serving the alcohol, so we'll probably need to put something in this to see where they're gonna put it, the layout, and also to go before the beer board does
Yeah,
that need to be put in the motion?
yeah. The other day when we met with them, we had discussed alcohol. They weren't for sure if they were going to do it or not. We marked it as the way we did, and if they did do it, with the understanding that beer board would have to take place with site maps.
Mr. Gidley?
I would make that part of your motion, if you want to make a motion to approve, and to approve with the understanding that if they end up selling alcohol, it would come back before this board with the site map for approval. The event would be approved, the alcohol portion we can approve at a later date, and also that we would also approve the listing of the exact nonprofit that would be designated.
Can we do that, Andy?
Yes,
Without it, y'all can do that with us voting here, we won't have to come back.
You would have to approve the site map for alcohol, and we would notify you of what the nonprofit donation would be. They're fully understanding of both of that. Brian and his team flew in here, and we met earlier last week with him and his lawyers and his event company and a local group that is going to help them. I can't really say the name because that's probably not something I should say, but they've got very reputable people working with them that I'm familiar with locally that do a lot of events and organization of things like this. And Brian and his team were extremely professional when we met with them. I told them that day, it reminded me of when we hosted, for those of y'all that were around, when we hosted the Bass Pro Shop 50th anniversary. What they're trying to do, in my mind, is very similar to that. Probably on a larger scale, with actually more people from the public knowing about it than Bass Pro Shops did. I mean, we've had huge events. We've had 500 boat fishing tournaments. We've never had a fishing tournament that was giving out $1 million to first place.
We got enough fish? No,
Yeah.
that don't. Any questions?
If y'all want to go stock some more fish in there, the anglers will love that.
If I'm gonna hear a motion, I need to make sure that we put in the caveats about the the beer board and coming back to the site thing, you know.
Let me see if I can word this right. Like a word. I'll make a motion that we approve this pending on, coming back with a site plan and the beer board, approving it and to be able to determine what nonprofit we're going to get back to.
Very nice.
Is that well said?
Yes, sir.
Enough?
I got it first, I got it, Mr. Montoya was second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, thank you, and y'all all have a Merry Christmas, and we look forward to working with all of y'all and bringing a very special event to Hendersonville.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I was kidding, but I mean, do you think we got no fish? I don't know. Okay. 2026 Parks Board meeting dates, Mr. Gilly?
Yes, sir. In your packet on page 22, we've kind of gone through the calendar for next year and looked at the meeting dates and just would ask for your blessing on these dates to be Parks Board at 6 o'clock on the dates listed on page 22.
Do you need a formal motion?
Yes, ma'am.
I will make a motion that we approve these dates as presented.
Thank you.
I have a motion to approve, second. Mr. Head, any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you, Mr. Gilly.
Thank you.
All right. Baseball, softball, turf field rental fees, Mr. Gilly?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Really, it needs to be baseball, softball, soccer, turf field
Stand corrected.
rental rates. That's not what we kind of realized that we needed to add soccer after she had already typed the agenda.
So the motion
On
needs-
page, well, I would say just on page 23 and 24 of your packet, we have, obviously, we've had a turf baseball field for a long time. It was probably time to update the rental rate on that. But we've added turf soccer field that has become more and more in demand. We are now adding, sorry, I'm making notes here, being the secretary and the presenter at the same time. We're about to add 4 turf baseball and softball fields. So we've done a lot of talking with other cities, talking with tournament directors, talking with our leagues about how do we handle the rental rate for this. So page 23 of your packet, we talk about turf soccer field, what the rate would be for the day and for the game. 2 very important, we also talk about turf baseball, softball fields for the day or per game. These rates would apply to people who come in here to the Parks Board wanting to host events or tournaments to rent the field. We're not upping the charge on our local leagues who use these fields. If these fields are part of a tournament like Tennessee United's soccer tournament, then it's going to be what it says by asterisk 1 right there on page 23. There's the first asterisk. And we also, call out that we're not going to charge them for use of the field during sanctioned league games that the host group is playing in. So if Tennessee United's in a league, they're playing on Saturday afternoon against somebody from Memphis, that's part of their league. If said Memphis team, as part of that league, needs to play a team from Knoxville, that could be charged for them to do that if they've moved it here from somewhere else. Hope that makes sense. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. We've compared to Smyrna has a quad of 4 turf baseball fields. Murfreesboro obviously has a lot of turf soccer fields. Those are really our baselines for around here for what we are about to have. And we're hopeful to add more turf in the future, so we're trying to set the standard here and help our groups, but also help the city gain revenue by doing this. With that, if anybody has any questions, I will take them.
Just for clarification, what fields are being turfed right now?
So currently, by the middle of February, we will have all of Veterans Park turf baseball and softball, and field baseball and softball field 5 at Drakes Creek Park. And then we'll still have obviously field 3 at Drakes Creek Park baseball, and Field 4 at Drakes Creek Park Soccer. Those two are currently turfed. The senior men, Mr. Perry, will get to play on the turf.
Mr. Pike?
Yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Perry, you have to be 65 or over to play a veterans.
Mr. Pike?
I guess, I don't know if this is a good question or not, but since you brought up something, and I know our fees that we've set down are they're pretty set in stone, and I mean, you know, I guess what I'm asking is, on the turf, do we need to put in motion, Andy, any kind of variable, just like you brought up, where if a Memphis Knoxville team's gonna play, where you have the ability in-house to do anything, or does it just need to be a straight motion set
No,
in stone?
I think what you're asking is covered. If you look at asterisk number 2, it says, should unscheduled league activities be rescheduled for the turf field from other locations, the rental fee would apply.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Mr. Pike?
Yeah, Andy, when would this go into effect?
January 1st.
January of 2026?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That probably needs to be in the motion, actually.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Ms. Rathert makes that motion. Second, Mr. Perry.
And the motion would be to approve the staff suggested rental rates to go into effect 1/1/2026.
And to include the soccer fields.
Yeah. put it
Yes.
there.
Thank you.
Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Who was the second, Mr. Chairman?
That was, Mr. Perry.
Thank you.
All in favor say aye. Aye, we're done. Good. All right, good job. Thank you, Mr. Gilly.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you all.
Commando's Baseball Hitting Clinic, Mr. Gilly.
Yes, sir. I guess in my role as assistant baseball coach at Hendersonville High School, I'm presenting this item for approval at the newly opened HHS baseball hitting facility. We'd like to do a winter clinic on January 3rd. From 8 to 1, all proceeds would go towards the HHS Dugout Club.
I make a motion, we approve it.
Mr. Perry was first, Mr. Head was second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Apologize to Mr. Perry there, he had his hand up, but that's all right. All right, I'm assuming somebody has Miss Hamlin's, report, or does
Yes,
she-
sir, I do. I'll be glad to go over that. We'd also like to wish Miss Hamlin a happy birthday, as today is her birthday. So, happy birthday, Miss Hamlin, wherever you are. The Raptors basketball signups are going on now in the office and online. Goes through January the 9th, costs us $35. They usually play at Whitten Elementary on Friday nights and Saturday mornings. Jersey is included in the price of the signups if you don't have one. For questions, you can call the office, 822-3898, and we'll be glad to answer those. From last month, we had the Breakfast with Santa on Saturday, December 6th. That is a very popular event and usually sells out, because it's free, but how about signups fill up? Signups fill up the first day. So that was always a good event. I think the Grinch showed up this year along with Mr. and Miss Santa. It was a good day over at Whitten. And we also would like to thank Civitan for sponsoring the event. They do a lot of good stuff and they help keep that event so it is free to the public. And we also wanted to thank D-Image Photography for taking pictures, and also Mr. Mann at Whitten Elementary, which is the principal over there, for allowing us to use the gym and cafeteria for the Breakfast with Santa. He must be on the good list for Santa now. Okay. The special friends visit with Santa was Monday the 8th. That was here in this room at City Hall. That's especially come and visit the jolly old man, Santa Claus himself. Again, we want to thank Civitan for sponsoring the event. And also D-Image again came for photography pictures for the event. And Cindy hopes everyone has a wonderful Christmas and New Year's, and we will pick back up with Raptors basketball at the beginning of the year.
Coming from someone that has in fact been the real Santa Claus at these breakfasts,
I do yes, sir.
I
I
will
do
tell
recognize
you
you saw a
that
little bit in that.
if you want to have a wonderful day, come and watch that and watch the parents behind the kids trying to make them smile. It's one of the fun, I've had people do cartwheels trying to get their kid to smile. So there you go. Any questions? All right, good enough. There's no report there. Special events, Natalie?
Last weekend, we had the Christmas boat parade and the Christmas parade and tree lighting with Holiday Fest. Both were great successes. If you attended, we thank you for doing so. This past weekend, we had the Santa's Ferry Shiver Disc Golf Tournament and the Santa Skate Hockey Tournament, which wrapped up our 2025 events. The Festival of Lights is ongoing, and we will be judging, or the judging will occur this week for that. The winners will be presented here at the Parks Board come January. And that is all I have, and I also want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and your families.
Thank you, Nat. Appreciate it. Questions? All right, maintenance, Mr. Cole?
Yes, sir. Thank you. We're continuing to work through our winter list, trying to knock some of these projects out that kind of build up over the year. Just one, this past week, we have upgraded all the lights over at Veterans to LED inside the buildings. The old lights that we had, Jimmy can probably tell you, they weren't really cutting it. So the guys have been working on that. We're working with a outside company right now to get cameras put up on Field 3 for streaming, kind of like over at the hockey facility. So we're in the works with that right now. We've been working on our playgrounds. I've actually got a meeting to go around with one of our vendors, kind of getting a list together, like a needs list. So we're kind of working through that, kind of trying to fix up some stuff that needs to be fixed. You know, with these playgrounds being as old as they are, it's kind of hard to get some of the parts in still. So we're going to go through and make a priority list on that. And then I've been getting several phone calls about the Rotary Fountain over at Memorial. I do know that we've got some lights out. We're trying to work with the vendor right now. It's been kind of touch and go with them, but we are currently waiting on them to send us a quote so that we can get those fixed. And that's about it.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Question? Assistant Director, Mr. Long?
Thank you. High school basketball is ongoing. We're about 1 month remaining for that, and all that's going pretty well. We have 22 teams in the high school league. Adult basketball, that's also ongoing. We're still about 2 months out from finishing that league up. Tennessee United has their high school winter soccer league starting up in January. This will be year 2 of that. And then rugby and lacrosse will begin their spring season mid-January, followed by all the other programs will be starting in mid-February. And that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Long. Questions? Assistant Director, Mr. Bruce?
Thank you, sir. Youth basketball is up and running with Civitan. Michael Raper is the the league director again this year, doing a good job, along with all the Civitan people. About 140 teams in grades 1 through 8. So it is a busy winter for everybody involved, for gym supervisors, for referees, scorekeepers, coaches, and staff. So it's we play about 75 games on a Saturday. So any goodwill or any of any open gyms, let us know. We'd be glad to use them. We're 2 weeks into games. Last 2 Saturdays, we're going to play this Saturday, take one off for Christmas, and then we come back January 3rd. So, and then it goes until late February for the basketball. The spring sports have started doing some sign-ups. Civitan baseball, hockey, and all that is looking at dates for sign-ups and getting that stuff situated and set up for evaluations and so forth at the first of the year. And the note on the turf fields, that is going to be tremendous upgrade for our department. I think that's going to help us put us back on the map for some tournaments that we probably wouldn't have got beforehand. And hopefully the aldermen see that and will continue to turf for us to keep up with everybody in the state, actually. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Questions? Director, Mr. Gilly?
Yes, sir. I'll be as brief as I can. You notice we skipped the recreation coordinator report because we don't have one. We have had, I think we had 30 to 40 applicants. We will start interviews probably in early January for that position. We're working on narrowing down to a list of 10 finalists, and then we'll really narrow down to some more after that. So just want to let everybody know about that. Tomorrow in the city, this is not really a parks announcement, but just so everybody aware, tomorrow is the Christmas for Kids tour bus where they take the kids shopping at Walmart. We posted on our parks page today to please don't post on Hip Hendersonville asking what that is, because everybody says what is going on every year, and it's the tour buses taking the kids shopping at Walmart. So please be patient and give them a wave and a smile. Our maintenance shop, we're about to go out to bid on that finally, a year and a half or two or whatever it was, but it's been a long process to get a design ready to go out to bid. I hope to get that out to bid right after the first of the year. The bike pump track at Veterans Park, we are under contract with TDEC and the feds and under contract for design, so that design will start soon, and we will hopefully get that out to bid in the spring. Heritage Park, the Friends of Indian Lake is very close to finishing their grant project where the trail part on the hills will be open to the public sooner rather than later. I don't want to give an exact date, but it is almost done, and they will turn it over to the city. That will be something else for us to maintain, but it will be a great addition for people to use those bike and walking trails and hiking trails at Heritage Park. As far as the farm part of Heritage Park, the design of that goes to the Planning Commission in January for approval, and then we will get started going out to bid on that. 2025 LPRF grants. We are under contract with TDEC. That means that we will start to see design and contracts for things like replacing the concession stand at Drakes Creek Park in the main quad, and those type things will be happening over the next year. The turf fields and LED lights will be done by the middle of February. We are under contract to do a traffic study at Drakes Creek Park that will start when we get busy again in the spring. And we will also, as you all saw in the email, be in the process of updating our parks master plan, which is all part of the 2025 LPRF grant. That is a lot of improvements over the next year going to happen. As Natalie said, outstanding job with the parade, the tree lighting, and the boat parade. We were blessed with good weather this year, and she did a great job working with the folks at Holiday Fest for that. And then our Festival of Lights is ongoing, as she said. I just looked it up just so I could have this number. The post about the map of the Festival of Lights has been viewed 194,000 times on Facebook and shared 303 times. So for those of y'all that keep up with the analytics of that, that's pretty phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Like, we would earn like $20 off of Facebook from that, which is stupid, but it's a really big deal that it's been shared.
Whenever stupid stop.
I mean, I'll take $20, but that number is phenomenal, the analytics on that. So we hope everybody's around town and enjoying that. I see a lot of cars in Memorial Park. If you pass down Gallatin Road every night, there's a stream of cars driving through those lights, and I think going to other people's houses. So that's a cool thing that we do that costs us basically very little to do. That's all.
Mr. Gilly, what's the requirements for the recreation coordinator as far as schooling and whatnot?
It required a degree. We upped the requirements. We were looking for somebody with 3 to 5 years experience, supervisory experience, and a degree in sports management, recreation, or something similar. I mean, that's what it required at this time.
I wanted to do that for the 3 people that watched this.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
I have a question too.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
With all the Pacer AI data that we have, which is great, by the way, what do we do with this? What do you all do with this?
What do we do with it?
Use it for marketing?
We use it for marketing. We use it to tell our sponsors, hey, look, just letting you know, this is how many people were here. You kind of got your money's worth. We use it for grants when we're able to tell people There's 775,000 bodies with a cell phone that passed through Drakes Creek Park last year. So all those type things. It's been most helpful, in my opinion, to validate to people who may or may not have understood or believed us when we told them how many people were at events. It's hard to argue with that.
Hard
So
numbers.
that's been very helpful.
Indeed. I'm glad to have that. That's good. All right. Thank you, Mr. Gilly.
Yes, sir.
Round table, Mr. Head.
Just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Indeed. Indeed. Mr. Montoya.
What a pleasure to work with each and every one of you this year. It's been a pleasure. It's been that Merry Christmas, and thank you for the gifts. They'll be used. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure with Pike too, I guess. Mr. Pike.
Yeah, I won't be long. I just wanted to, I know we've said it a lot, but the Pig Fest was a phenomenal success, and it's grown every year. But I want to say again, thank you for the crew. Thank you for Andy's, all of the staff. Thank you for Andy going above and beyond. And thank you for, a special thank you for, because I saw Bubba out there trying to sell this thing. You deserve it, sir. You trying to sell this thing along with, I'm sure, countless people that I don't even know that in the general public that tried to sell it to their friends. It was a phenomenal event, and I don't think it can do anything but keep growing every year. And Merry Christmas to everybody.
You too, Mr. Pike. Mr. Perry.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Mr. Golden.
Yeah, also want to say thank you for the gifts. It's very kind of you. A tremendous year. It's it's one of the best parks anywhere, the best parks department anywhere. Just the way that the team is creative and trying to get people into our parks and just always thinking about them and their experience. It's just tremendous. And yeah, thankful for this board, thankful for this town.
Thank you, Mr. Golden. Ms. Elman.
Merry Christmas to everyone and your families.
Indeed, Ms. Rathbone.
The good first, Andy, I read over the report you sent about the master plan, and I emailed on it. You all, it was a phenomenal job, like just so impressed with everything that was able to be accomplished. And I look forward to working with everybody and see what can be accomplished in the future. And I want to go on record as stating, I may be alone here, but I hate the paved walking trail on Beatty Farm or Heritage Park or whatever it is now. I think it's heartbreaking to see all the destruction that went on, but I'm glad that people will be able to enjoy it now. That's all. Merry Christmas.
You want to say that again? Ms. Garden?
I think it's been a good season. It's been a good year. I've enjoyed being a part of this team. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
Indeed, indeed. There's, I think there's several candlelight services in Hendersonville. If you've never been to one, it is an experience. It is humbling, to say the least. All righty, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Pike was first. Mr. Montoya was waving down. Mr. Montoya was second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you for the present, sir.
Yes, thank you.